Hello, 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 hello. The patented tappity tap. I'm going to keep this one very short, guys, because I get better results off short videos than long babble videos. Come on in. Happy Saturday morning. First of all, it's not Saturday, it's Friday. And second of all, it's not morning, it's 12:30. So, 12:40-ish. 12:40-ish, since this is a live, right? Got to be accurate on the time. Is it live or is it a Memorex? I guess we'll never know. What's up, folks? Doing the all platform thing right now. Okay, today I'd like to talk to you about what you actually probably know that you don't think you know, or how good you actually are and you don't realize how good you are, or how much you know on what you're teaching when a lot of things in your life totally apply and you've been doing them for so long. Are we good? Are we loud and clear? I think I need a shave. Stay on track, Mark. Stay on track. How a lot of things in your life are going to apply to what you're currently doing. And this, I can't believe this is just hitting me now. How much of the skills I've built in my life and how long I have been actually doing what I'm doing now without calling it online marketing, without even knowing I was doing network marketing, but I was. And I mean literally. These are my notes for today, by the way, super short. But we're gonna keep them short. I'm gonna tell. I got shut Facebook off. It's going bananas today. Well, it's not Facebook, it's my notifications, obviously. I'm on a Facebook Live, right? How's Instagram? Okay, guys, here's the deal. I have a confession to make. I have actually been an online marketer for over a decade. Without realizing it. I keep saying and preaching of how I've only been in the industry for 3 years, 4 years network marketing, 3 years attraction marketing, online marketing. That's what I always say, because that's actually what I believed the amount of time I was in, because that's when I started utilizing attraction marketing, turning myself into a magnet. But here's the dealio. The dealio is that I've been doing online marketing for a very, very long time. I have. And here's what's even cooler. I joined my first network marketing company, I'm going to say 25 years ago, without knowing it was a network marketing company. And it became clear to me just kind of lately. How weird is that? I guess I never connected the dots. I'm going to tell you about the first network marketing company I sold. A lot of you know that when I was, 20? No, I must have been 19 or 20. 19-ish, 20-ish. So we're going back 25 years ago. Yes, I'm old. I'm not old. 45 is nothing. 45 is a baby for success. It's nothing. I'm not afraid of age. I'm cool with my age. But when I used to sell pet food door to door, you guys, many of you know this. Yeah, knock, knock, knock. Hi, do you have a pet? Yeah, I used to go door to door and sell pet food. That company was called TLC. Not the T thing there. I'm talking about TLC, Tender Loving Care. It was a pet food company. And it was an MLM. But to me, I was a commissioned salesperson. I never even focused on the recruiting part. I knew it existed because I've been to that bubblegram diagram meeting, but I never put it together. And here's an interesting tidbit. This is really cool, actually. You know who my sponsor was? Alan Morissette. Come on in, guys. Come on in. If you got questions, I may tackle them today. My sponsor was Alan Morissette. If you see this, Alan, it's been a long time. I'm back in the industry 25 years later. It was a network marketing company, TLC. I actually Alan Morissette is Alanis Morissette's father. And at the time, Alanis Morissette was just known as Alanis. She was like a local celebrity here in Ottawa. Those of you who don't know, she's from Ottawa, Ontario, Alanis Morissette. And when she started her career, I don't want to go off track, but it's kind of weird how things kind of full circle sometimes. I went to his home a few times for the old diagrams and bubbles and the pyramid. I went for those diagrams, but like I said, I didn't pay attention on that. I was a commission salesperson in my mind. It was super cool. I went to Alan Morissette's house. Alanis was on tour at the time, but she wasn't what she is today. It was just Alanis, and I remember the family pictures of Alanis with the father. So Alan Morissette, if you're seeing this, shout out to you. You introduced me to the industry, but because I failed so miserably, I never looked at it again. And when I rediscovered network marketing, I'm like, it didn't connect until just lately. I'm like, that's what I was in. I was in a network marketing company. So I have 25 years experience, not really, but I'm just saying I did dabble in it before without knowing, without really realizing it. And there's something I want to show you guys. You guys see these little awards up here? We're going to talk about online marketing now, because I have also done affiliate marketing before, but I wasn't looking at it as affiliate marketing. I didn't even know the word affiliate marketing. See those two little awards there? What year is that? 2006. Those are from Success University. Success University doesn't exist anymore. It was an affiliate program. It was run by Matt Morris. You guys know Matt Morris. If you don't, look him up. Superstar in network marketing. He had a university online, and all I would do was refer people to it. I used to spam, yes. I used to spam, and I made sick commissions off it. That's what those awards are from. I just found them in a memory box about 6 months ago, and I figured, we're good. And I figured they would look good up there. So I've been doing affiliate marketing without really calling it affiliate marketing. So a lot of the strategies I use today, a lot of my out-of-the-box thinking comes from those failures in my subconscious. And another thing about Twitter, guys, I've been on Twitter. I haven't used Twitter, though, and I didn't know how to use Twitter for over a decade. 10 years? Yeah, a good 10 years. I opened my first Twitter account with yummycanada.com. I had a coupon site online, free coupons, restaurant coupons. It's not what this is about, but what I'm saying is I had Twitter accounts out there that I didn't even know how to use. So I picked up a lot of tips and tricks just by failing and not realizing it. But now I'm taking a lot of those things out of my brain. I'm going into the file system and I'm extracting a lot of things, because I'm noticing nowadays, I'm saying, that's not going to work, because I remember when I started on Twitter, it always comes up, and the failures I've had prove to still be true. Don't do that again, Mark. So it's amazing how you don't really know what you don't realize that a lot of the things you've done in the past, they're in your back pocket, and you're going to pull them out at some point. I just thought that was super interesting. I'm going to leave it at that because I want you guys to know I have more experience than I thought I did. Because a lot of things that I'm figuring out now, I'm creating an affiliate program. I just opened up an online university. It's in pre-launch. I'll do a name drop. Branding YOUniversity. Branding YOUniversity. You should probably enroll if you're interested in branding yourself. There's my shameless plug. It is my Facebook and Instagram Live, so I feel I'm allowed to do that, right? So that's something just to keep in mind, and it's something I want to share with you guys, because I'm getting a lot of ninja stuff done right now that's out-of-the-box thinking, and you have to educate yourself every day. Absolutely. You have to read. I still do a book a week. Absolutely. But you're going to find that a lot of stuff, because I've always read, and a lot of stuff that you learned in the past will come in handy. That's number one. Think about your past failures, and you may be able to utilize them to your surprise. They do come in handy. Got tons of stuff in my back pocket, and now that I'm allowing myself to think back, not on what I succeeded in per se, but what I failed in. what did I fail in? Don't do it again, Mark. Sometimes you got to think back and go into your database and find your failures. And those failures back then that didn't seem to serve you back then may serve you today. And I've been doing that a lot. I've been going back in my mind, going back in time and saying, what did I fail in? And then I will just be like, poof, that will come in handy now. I don't want to do that again. Because you will repeat the same errors if you don't focus on what you failed on and try to get a little nugget from it, something learned from it. Hopefully that makes you think, guys. It makes you actually think a little bit now. Go into your filing system. Go find your failures, and they will apply to something you're doing today. Number 1. Number 2. It was his fault. It was her fault. No, it was him. It wasn't my fault. Why me? Why me? Why is everybody picking on me? It's not fair. Life ain't fair, folks. Life ain't fair. Now, it's a little bit of a different topic. I want to cover 2 things today real quick because it is, I was going to say Saturday again. Every day is a beautiful day when you're in this game. I got to tell you. Being the victim and pointing fingers will never serve you, even if it's not fair. Even if you are getting picked on, you are getting hated on, and others at your level are not. Think about that for a second. Why would I, or I won't say I, picture yourself talking here. You ever say to yourself, why me? Why am I getting hated? Why am I getting picked on when I'm exactly the same as these people and they're not getting picked on? First of all, they are getting picked on. They've just mastered the skill of ignoring that stuff. They have. It's a skill to block it out. I'm going to give you guys a story, and I'm not going to drop any names because it happens all the time to me. It does. And I'm not saying this for you to feel sorry for me. Believe me. Don't feel bad for me. I got a heck of a good life. But I want you to understand some of the things that I've gone through. And again, this is not about hate. And I don't want to see any hate in the comments, guys. I don't want you to mention any company names. As you guys know, if you don't know, I'm part of 6 or 7, I think, attraction marketing systems. I'm part of all of them, all the big ones. I'm in there. I'm learning. I've decided not to make myself known anymore. I've climbed up in some of the ranks a little bit, but I put a halt on that because those were good launching pads for me. But now I join these systems to learn, to see what they're doing. So I'm back wearing the student hat a lot because that's what got me here, learning, not just tooting my own horn. I don't need to do that. That's going to happen. You don't want to toot your own horn. Let other people toot your horn with your results. That's just a little tidbit there. Being humble, I believe, is the key, even though it's difficult sometimes. When you start really making bank, it's hard, right? It's hard to keep it in. You get excited. I got touch the victim card because I used to get really upset. I did. Some examples are when I used other companies' names and brands. I'm going to tread very lightly here because I'm not pointing anyone out at all because this happens from pretty well every company I've joined, but I've learned from it, okay, guys? When I used to join MLMs, I stopped joining them by the dozens, we'll put it that way. I'm more into joining attraction marketing systems now to learn what they're doing. But I used to use the company names all the time in Facebook groups, in domain names, in URLs. I used to steal their logos. I'm being real here. Steal their logos. Let's say Amway. We'll say Amway because I've never been in Amway, and it's probably the one you know the most about. But it's not Amway. I'm just using this as an example. So I don't want you, and again, I don't want any company names dropped here, guys. I'm not pointing fingers. The goal of this is not to point fingers. Are we good? Are we clear? Instagram sees me. How's Facebook? You guys hear me? You guys see me? Okay, yeah, this is going to get very interesting because I want you to learn from this. I want you to take something away from this. I was a master spammer. I was a heck of a pretty good spammer, and I was very good at taking logos from companies, using their names, and putting up Facebook groups and replicated web pages with company names in the domain and the graphics, and it got me in a lot of trouble. It did. Well, it never went by the legal, like I've been threatened by lawyers all the time. Well, more cease and desist or whatever. Take your stuff down. So very strict warnings, and in all cases, including AOL, America Online, AOL. Remember AOL? I had copied their whole site for something I was doing called the Ultimate Program. I don't know if you guys remember this. This is way before I got into this game. Like I said, I was doing it without knowing I was doing it, affiliate stuff. But I had something called the Ultimate Program, and I copied the AOL site down to the graphics. It wasn't long before they sent me a lawyer letter from their lawyers. So that'd be my humble brag for big lawyers coming after me. AOL would be the biggest one for sure. But what I'm saying is, it took me a while to learn this lesson. But I'll get to the point, Mark. Don't be the victim. Because I'm going to give you an example that's fairly recent. We'll say in the past 5 years. I was using a domain name. I was using a trademark company in the domain name. I had opened a group. I gotta be very careful with my wording here. A group, and I've done this a lot, so it's not pointing anybody out. And I'm not pointing. There's a lesson. And I think the last one was probably the biggest learning experience. Sometimes you gotta fail. You gotta fail a lot before it clicks. Sometimes you'll fail, you'll be like, oh, they're wrong, I'm right. But if it happens so often on the same problem, you got to wake up and say, hold on, maybe I'm the one who's screwing up here. So the last time lawyers came after me, I was doing that. I was just copying their graphics, and it looked like I was the company. I could see the problem now. I'm honing up to my mistake. I could see the problem. People would think I was that MLM or that system or whatever because I use the exact graphics and the exact names of the company in my domain. And the last one, the reason it was such a learning experience was because I was getting targeted by the lawyers, of course, and I was not even debating. But the last time I stood my ground a little bit because other people in those companies were doing the exact same thing as me. And they were very successful people in the companies. Again, I'm not pointing anyone out. I've done it with many companies. So I'm the guilty one. I'm the repeat offender. And I don't want any negative comments, guys, or I'll delete the comments. It's a warning. I got to delete the comments. We're looking at what we've learned. We're looking at the solution here. No pointing fingers, no crying, no being a victim. Here's what happened. I noticed a lot of people in those companies, and it happened every time. But last time I thought it was brutal because a lot of other leaders were in those companies were doing the exact same thing as me, to the T. Now, the people that were just starting out didn't know any better. They may have a following of like less than 10,000 people, let's say, on social media, on all platforms. So they hadn't made enough noise yet, right? Before the lawyers, because to sick a lawyer costs money. So you have to be making a lot of noise. If it's people starting out, I got it. But there were successful people doing the exact same thing as me. And I said, what? Why me? I'm doing the exact same thing as others. Facebook groups all exactly like I was doing. And they're being left alone. I was wearing the victim hat. I was. So I retaliated. I didn't retaliate. I just asked the lawyers, why are these 25 groups allowed And they have more followers than that. Well, there was about 5 of them with more followers than me. And they're doing the exact same thing. Company names in the domain, same logo, same everything. Just checking up here. 20 minutes is way too long. I'm going to cut it off soon, but I want the lesson to be taken here. And you know what their response was? Oh, they're not on our... We haven't been assigned to go after them. So this is not part of the conversation, Mr. Lalonde. We've been assigned to come after you. You got to take your stuff down. We're not concerned with the others. And that's when I said, wow. I could spend a lot of time defending that I'm right, wasting a ton of energy, finger pointing, being a victim, or I could just say that's the way it is. It just happens. Or as Jim Rohn would say, I wouldn't sign up for that class. Who cares? Let it be. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Think out of the box and start branding you. I know it always comes back to personal branding, but brand you. Create your systems. Create your community. It's going to start small. But who makes the rules? When it's you, make your own logo. Create your own tribe. Then who makes the rules? You make the rules. I mean, aside from the FTC, don't be a spam bot. Use common sense. But what I'm saying is, you're gonna if you want to play big, you're going to have to do your own thing. And these are failures for me that right now I'm feeling the success. And the reason this is happening is for the exact reason that I got fired from easily a dozen jobs. I got fired a lot from jobs because I'm not employable. I'm not made to work for someone else. And every time I got fired, I said, when will I get a break? And that was the break. Me continuously getting fired is what put me here today. So with those failures of copying other people's stuff made me create my own stuff. And now it's crazy. So a couple of lessons here. You don't know what you have in your filing system from your past failures that you can extract and use to your benefit today, number one. And number two, don't be a victim. Think out of the box. Create your own community. Start working on your own products. They don't have to be big. They can be small. It could be as small as a free ebook or something. Okay, guys, I already passed my limit, 22 minutes, and I promised myself under 20 minutes these things. If you got value, then good. You don't have to do anything. Share if you want to share. If you don't want to share, don't share. That's what I like. If you like my stuff, continue to follow me. If you don't follow me. I'm not forcing you to. But here's something else I'm going to invite you guys to. I'm doing a call to action because this Sunday I figured out how to tag you. It's an affiliate program I've kind of launched, but I'm such an action taker that I just run with things without figuring them out totally. Now we have the technology. Me and myself and I, and of course Larry. There's Larry, that's the CEO. We figured out how to not only tag you to Sunday webinars. Every Sunday we have a webinar, okay guys? Since I'm doing this on my live, it's at brandinguniversity.com/webinar. You can register every Sunday. But here's what I'm saying, is that it's taggable now. So when you invite people, you're going to have an affiliate code where people will be tagged to you. And guess what I'll be doing on the webinars? That's right, I'll be selling. I'll be selling for you. I'm going to have the best of the best salespeople with me, teaching sales skills. Of course, it's all about branding you. That's what these webinars are about. A lot of strategies too, a lot of tactical stuff. But this Sunday, I'm going to teach you guys how to exactly start tagging people when you invite them to webinars. I have a following of, across all platforms, hundreds of thousands of people now, across all platforms. I know, weird, right? It's weird, right? I still haven't made the connection that those are real people, not just numbers. So I'm going to freak out when I go to a live event if people actually recognize me. I don't know. I don't even want to think about that. I get stressed out. Probably get some nervous hives just thinking about it. Can I get my picture with you? I don't think I could handle that. Stay on track. So I'm gonna explain how to tag you to the webinars so you get credit while we do all the heavy lifting and sell. Okay, guys? Does that sound cool? We're gonna go through the vlog, the free vlog, all the updates. There's gonna be updates all the time to this thing, and they're phenomenal. Platinum partners, try to make it this Sunday, okay, guys? So that's all I'm going to say. Branding YOUniversity.com/webinar. I'll see you guys on Sunday, and we're going to kick this whole thing up to a whole other level this Sunday. If you guys don't get paid, I still get paid. I was going to say, if you guys don't get paid, I don't get paid. I still get paid no matter what. But if you guys don't get paid and don't make money, if you don't make actual dollars, I'm not happy. My purpose becomes invalid, because it's not all about money, but it kind of is. Because if you don't make money, you can't do what you want to do. We won't get into the whole money mindset, but what I will say is, this is a completely free affiliate program. I'm going to repeat that. Yeah, it's free. It's free, and you can make money right away. What's even better, you can invite people to a webinar where we sell for you. You hear what I'm saying? Path of least resistance to get started. I'm going to leave it at that. I knew I couldn't do it under 20 minutes. I knew I couldn't. 26 minutes. We're cutting it off. I'll see you guys on social. Have an awesome Friday. Favorite day of the week is always today. Okay, guys. Peace.